because without Spring Docs, you won't understand the bean factory or that application context, etc. And I have given you in detail which project and which part to revise. So have you started the revision of the core Java Spring projects? Okay. So have you completed it? So that I'm going to discuss these two things, but only after you complete. So you can tell me whenever you complete. Have you started working on it? So which one you are in? Generally tell me. First, 2.1 to 2.4 are the 4 projects we have created. I told you, just revise the part which are changed. In first project, you will look at everything. And then you just have to look at your bean configuration file and the dependent beans. Have you completed or not yet, guys? I don't think you would have completed. You'll require time. Oh, you are at the 2.4. Anyway, you take your time and in half an hour time, so 45 minutes, do let me know. So tomorrow, since we are having a very less time, very nominal session, so I'll have to talk about something like automatic wiring in this lab session. And remaining time, I want to devote to completion of your CMS case study. So guys, I'm waiting for your response. Anything in the meantime you don't understand, you have any questions, please ask without hesitation. Let it be the simplest to any advanced doubt. Continue.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello.
Tell me. Yes, I'm. Tell me.
Hello, ma'am.
Am I not audible? Just a second. Just a second.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Am I audible?
Hello.
हाँ.
हाँ मॅम, माझ्या इथला नेटवर्कचा इश्यू आहे, सॉरी.
हाँ, बोल ना, बोल.
मॅम, आपण कालचा क्वेश्चन होता, व्हॅल्यू आपण हे केलेलं ना, क्वालिफिकेशन, हॉबीज वगैरे ऍड स्टुडंटला.
हो,
तर
बरोबर.
आता मी स्टुडंटला डिलीट करण्याचा प्रयत्न करतोय, ज्याच्यामध्ये क्वालिफिकेशन, हॉबीज
कॅन्सल
काहीच नाही
ऍडमिशन.
टाकलं ते. हा,
कॅन्सल
कॅन्सल
ऍडमिशन.
स्टुडंट. येस.
कॅन्सल स्टुडंट ऍडमिशन.
येस मॅम.
तर
पण
त्याचं
मी
काय?
त्या स्टुडंटला मी हॉबीज किंवा क्वालिफिकेशन काहीच टाकलेलं नाहीये, तरी पण मला कन्स्टंटचा एक्सेप्शन येतोय.
मला दाखवतोस का कोड?
येस मॅम.
म्हणजे मला कळेल. ते हॉबीज किंवा याच्यामुळे नसेल, ते ऍड्रेसमुळे असू शकतं.
कोणाचं तरी माईक चालू.
प्लीज.
हॅलो.
कुणाल?
येस
बोल.
मॅम.
बोल. एकच मिनिट, मला थांब जरा, मला तुझा आधी कोड दाखव. कॅन्सल ऍडमिशन. आधी मला दाखव. जर एक सेकंद. ते ह्याच्यात आपण चेंजेस केलेच नव्हते ना, ह्याच्यात मी म्हटलं होतं अजून चेंजेस करायचे. मला कंट्रोल क्लिक ऑन दॅट. पण हे आधी केलं होतं आणि त्याच्यानंतर आपण सगळं टाकलं होतं. हे असं जास्त नाही चालणार. मी डिस्कस केलं होतं. आधी आपल्याला काय डिलीट करायला लागेल? रेकॉर्ड्स डिलीट करायला लागतील. तुझे चाइल्ड रेकॉर्ड्स डिलीट करायला लागतील. असू देत किंवा नसू देत. तर ते हे तुझं जे व्हॅल्यू टाइप्स आहे ना, ते एनिवे होतं ऑटोमॅटिकली डिलीट. तुला प्रॉब्लेम येतोय तो ऍड्रेसमुळे येतोय. एनिवे तो रन कर, मग मी तुला सांगते. तू रन करून दाखवतोस? मग मी तुला किंवा डबल क्लिक कर, तुला एक्सेप्शन आलं असेल तर ते एक्सेप्शन वर एक्सप्लेन करते. कन्सोलवर डबल क्लिक कर. कन्सोलवर. हा. हो ना, मग तो करतोय ना सगळं. काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे? कुठे एरर येते?
हे बघा.
हो, खालती एक्सेप्शन येत आहे. एक मिनिट थांब. कन्स्ट्रेंट व्हायलेशन तो देईल ना तुला. कन्स्ट्रेंट व्हायलेशन कशामुळे आलं हे कळेल. खाली आहे. कुड नॉट. खाली आहे. माझ्या ते ऍड्रेसमुळे येत आहे. हे बघ. नाही, हे बघ, कोण ह्याचं नाव? कुणाल. ते सांगतोय तुला. प्रोजेक्ट स्टुडंट. सी द लाईन नंबर. प्रोजेक्ट स्टुडंट म्हणजे स्टुडंट आणि प्रोजेक्ट मध्ये, म्हणजे आता प्रोजेक्ट स्टुडंट हे चाइल्ड टेबल आहे की नाही? कोणाचं चाइल्ड टेबल आहे? स्टुडंटचं चाइल्ड टेबल आहे. त्यातल्या जोपर्यंत तू एंट्री डिलीट होत नाही तोपर्यंत तुला प्रॉब्लेम येणार. ओके. त्याचा तुला हा प्रॉब्लेम तुला हॉबीज किंवा ह्याच्यामुळे नाहीये. हे मेनी टू मेनी रिलेशनशिप होतं. त्याच्यातल्या तू स्टुडंटच्या चाइल्ड रेकॉर्ड डिलीट करायचा प्रयत्न कर आणि मग ते चालेल. डबल क्लिक कर, तुझा कोड दाखव. मला कॅन्सल नाही. एक मिनिट, डबल क्लिक करून एक्सपांड कर.
ऍक्च्युली मॅम हे इथे मधीच येत आहे.
नाही, डबल क्लिक कर तुझ्या कशावर? स्टुडंट डाव इम्प्लिमेंटेशन वर, म्हणजे मला तो अख्खा स्क्रीन दिसेल असं मी म्हणते. अरे वरती स्टुडंट डाव IMPL वर डबल क्लिक कर फक्त. मॅक्सिमाइज कर रे.
हे
होत नाहीये.
म्हणजे आपला बार येतोय तो म्यूट स्टार्ट व्हिडिओ
खाली
पार्टिसिपेंट.
कर ना. खाली नाही करता येते का? बरं, एनिवे मी तसंच रीड करते. हे बघ, मी तुला सांगते, व्हर्बली सांगते, यू ट्राय. मी तुझा कोड वाचून दाखव तुला. त्या कोर्स मध्ये तू केलंस. आता इथे तू काय म्हटलंस? इफ S इज नॉट इक्वल टू नल, C डॉट रिमूव्ह स्टुडंट. पण आता आपण कसं केलं? आपण इथे कोर्स नाही डिलीट करतो, आपण इथे स्टुडंट रेकॉर्ड रिमूव्ह करतायत. तर स्टुडंटची चाइल्ड रेकॉर्ड काय आहेत? स्टुडंटची चाइल्ड रेकॉर्ड हे ऍड्रेस असणार आहे. इथे ऍड्रेस नाहीये. ऍड्रेस पण तुला प्रॉब्लेम देणार. ऍड्रेस असणार आहे. आणि हे बघ, व्हॅल्यू टाइप्स आहेत ना, ते ऑलरेडी कॉम्पोजिशन आहेत. तर तुला स्टुडंट डिलीट करताना काय काय स्पेसिफिकली डिलीट करायला लागेल आणि काय ऑटोमॅटिकली डिलीट होईल हे समजून घे. तर ऍड्रेस आणि प्रोजेक्ट स्टुडंट हे तुला स्वतः करायला लागेल, कारण ते एंटिटी टू एंटिटी रिलेशनशिप आहे. पण ऑन द अदर हँड तुला सांगते, आधार कार्ड, तुझ्या एज्युकेशनल क्वालिफिकेशन्स आणि हॉबीज हे ऑटोमॅटिकली डिलीट होणार आहे. तर मी तुला फक्त हिंट देते, यू ट्राय इट आउट, नाहीतर मी करून दाखवेन.
येस
तर
मॅम.
आता तू काय कर, आता वाटलंस तर ही मेथड एक तू रिराईट कर. आणि आता तुला कोर्स टायटल मध्ये नाही घेतलंस आणि डायरेक्टली स्टुडंट आयडी घेतलास तरी चालेल. इट डझंट मॅटर. तर आता हे बघा, आय स्टार्ट टेलिंग यू. आता तुला लाईन नंबर 58 मध्ये काय मिळालंय? स्टुडंट रेकॉर्ड मिळालंय. कळलं? तर आता
येस.
इफ एस नॉट इक्वल टू नल म्हणतोयस, तर तिथे इन्स्टेड ऑफ सेइंग सी डॉट रिमूव्ह स्टुडंट एस, त्याच्या लाईन नंबर 60च्या आधी तू स्टुडंट आणि ऍड्रेस साठी आपण शेअर्ड प्रायमरी की केलेलं आहे, इजंट इट?
येस.
सो
हा.
फर्स्ट रिमूव्ह द सेशन डॉट डिलीट करून ऍड्रेसचं ते रेकॉर्ड काढून घे. सो वन चाइल्ड इज गॉन. आणि कॅन वन स्टुडंट पार्टिसिपेट इन मल्टिपल प्रोजेक्ट्स?
येस.
तर मग काय करायला लागेल तुला? स्टुडंट वरनं असे प्रोजेक्ट, म्हणजे ते लिंक टेबल आहे ना आपलं, स्टुडंट प्रोजेक्ट टेबल,
प्रोजेक्ट स्टुडंट. हा, कळालं.
त्याच्यातले चाइल्ड रेकॉर्ड्स काढायचे. तर ट्राय इट ऑन युअर ओन. नाही जर झालं तर मी दाखवते.
ओके मॅम.
समजला प्रॉब्लेम?
येस
The problem is not because of your hobbies or educational qualifications or whatever. Problem is because of the project student. मला तुझं हे दाखव, MySQL दाखव,
येस मॅम.
डेटाबेस. आणि तिथे सिलेक्ट स्टार्ट फ्रॉम ते काय तुझं लिंक टेबल आहे ना, ते दाखव.
हा, मी ते
हे
केलेलं
बघ,
आहे.
इथे आहेत ना. आता त्या स्टुडंट ज्याला तो डिलीट करायचा प्रयत्न करतोय, त्याचे हे चाइल्ड रेकॉर्ड्स आहेत तुझ्या लिंक टेबल मध्ये. सो जोपर्यंत टिल द टाइम यू डोंट रिमूव्ह द चाइल्ड रेकॉर्ड्स, हाऊ विल इट अलाव यू टू रिमूव्ह द पेरेंट रेकॉर्ड? कळलं मी काय बोलले ते?
येस मॅम.
तर सगळे चाइल्ड रेकॉर्ड काढ कोडनी, आणि
ओके.
मग ते चालेल.
चालेल.
ट्राय इट आउट.
येस मॅम.
ओके.
ओके. थँक्यू मॅम.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Mohammed.
Yes, ma'am. I'm
Help.
getting lazy initialization exception while getting student details.
Yeah, we have spent a lot of time on that. So if it is any to many, including one to many as well as many to many, and if you're trying to access the unfetched data, of course you'll get it.
Yes,
You want to
so
share screen?
okay.
So you know the basically solution. I will never give the solution of making that eager, but you can always. Yeah, see, it is giving you this one. Who is it? Mohammed. See
Yes.
this. It is giving you lazy init exception because it is unable to lift the student.hobbies. So it is, you will have to supply, you'll have to fetch it using the join fetch. Okay, so show me your code. Okay, get student details from project. Yeah, control click. Take a second, let me just check. So it's a string title. Select P from project P. What is it you want to do? You want to find out the student details from the project. Okay, select P from project P. Join fetch P dot students where this thing, fine. So set of students and all is fine. And here you are. This thing is set get students, return students. Perfect. So you have got set of students. Yeah. Show me this thing. What is it called? The tester. Tester दिखाओ. Okay. So now see your own code. You have you lifted? See, the hobbies table is a separate table. What is the relationship between student and a hobbies? One to many. What is the whether it is entity to entity or entity to value? One to many always works in what? A lazy manner. So if you say you dot get hobbies, you will never get it. For that, you'll have to actually lift it by saying either call it in the what is it called? Within the session scope or with joins page. So you want title and the hobbies also of a student. Go back to the DAO. I'll show you. Go back to the DAO layer. Yeah. And now after line number 90, line number 90. Yeah. So here the query has been fired on the students table. Okay. So let us force Hibernate to read it from the hobbies also. So write a code after that. Students dot for each. Oh, sorry. Just a second again. Students dot get hobbies dot size. That trick. Simply access the size of the collection. Get hobbies. No. Sorry. Students is the set. Students dot for each. For each लगेगा ही. Students dot for each. I forgot. And S comma or whatever. Yeah. S for student I would have said. Get hobbies dot size. Okay. Yeah. Save it and run the application again. Try this again. Similarly, likewise. Yeah, anyway, try this. Whatever is not lifted from the database because of that laziness, you'll have to specifically lift it. You got it? That football and music. You
And
understood?
for educational qualifications, we also
Yeah,
have to
same thing.
yes.
Whatever. See, if you want to lift the complete object graph, that is student and below, the only thing which is lifted is student. Because yeah, any to many is always, be it entity and entity value, it is always lazy. So you'll have to physically do that, or go to the DAO layer. See, that is one way. I have given the solutions when we discuss that lazy init problem. So you can say, let's try with the query. Okay, select P from this. We'll go to line number 81. And after fetch P dot students, usko alias bana do. P dot students space S. P dot students space S. S is an alias. Just a second. Join fetch. Type join fetch. S dot hobbies. Will you be able to access it? Let's check because hobbies dot slash ho gaya. I think let's check. I'm not 100% sure. And now comment this line number 91. I've given you one solution, but if you can do it with one query, it is better, right? So just try this out. Yeah. So you get it. Just this one, Mohammed. Look at the query, and it's such a huge join query. नहीं, console पे देखो. SQL query I'm talking about. The generator SQL query. You can see. Just scroll up and you'll see. It has joined. See your project, student, hobbies on that key. Inner join पे लगाया है. Project ID to students project ID. You can analyze the SQL query. So that way, you can decide what all information you want to lift from the database and accordingly write the query. Got me?
Yes, ma'am. And for deleting student, first we have to delete the project.
Yes, that is what I was writing this. Project nahi nikalna pade. See, project has a separate independent existence. That link is there, that link table is there, right?
From
So
link table.
Link table key entry you'll have to remove because that is a child of your student, that is a child of your project. So for example, administration decides that cancel this project. You won't be able to cancel the project directly because project's child records are in their link table. Likewise, you can't delete the student. You'll have to delete each and every child and then do that. So if anyone thinks that, okay, I've used cascade delete is a horribly, dangerous option for many to many. Because if you say cascade delete on student, it might get cascaded on the project. And if a student is part of 10 projects, all 10 project details might get deleted. So you'll have to do it manually. Manually means with a query.
Yes,
and all.
yes.
Okay? Yeah, continue.
Thank you.
Sure. So some of you are suggesting that 4:30 is a starting time. I mean, people are okay with it, but I need a vote from majority. So around 4:45, is it okay, guys? Can we continue? So I'm ready to. Whenever you are ready, I'm ready. So 4:45 is the good starting time. Okay. So spend some more time, and then I can take you ahead. So you can tell me at that time 4:45, whichever any part you want me to revise in our today's spring discussion, and then I can take you to automatic wiring. And here I've written something. See, when you ask me questions, I definitely get encouraged, motivated to show you more. So this is also one thing. Like,
हॅलो मॅम.
Yes, Shubham, tell me.
मॅम आपण ते याच्यामध्ये एटीएम इम्प्लिमेंटेशन मध्ये आपण ते याचं एक्सेप्शन आलं होतं.
हम्म. एक मिनिट मी उघडू का? कुठला कोड उघडू सांग.
हॅलो.
हा बोल ना, कुठलं कोड उघडू असं मी विचारलं.
ते अनसॅटिस्फाईड डिपेंडन्सी एक्सेप्शन मॅम.
अनसॅटिस्फाईड डिपेंडन्सी एक्सेप्शन, बरोबर. हा
तर आपण तिथे तर कन्स्ट्रक्टर बेस्डच डीआय करतोय मॅम. तर
नाही,
आपण
फॅक्टरी मेथड बेस्ड डीआय करतोय. लास्ट
हा
एक्झाम्पल
हा येस
इथे
येस
आपण हा मग फॅक्टरी मेथडचा जो आर्ग्युमेंट आहे याचं नाव काय आहे? टी आहे.
टी आहे बरोबर.
मग ते व्हायला पाहिजे ना मॅच, म्हणून प्रॉब्लेम येतो. तो टॅग जो वापरतो त्याचं नाव कन्स्ट्रक्ट आर्ग्युमेंट आहे, बट इट इज नॉट. सी, सिंपल लॉजिक आहे शुभम. If this constructor is private, do you seriously think Spring container can see this? It
नो
cannot.
नो
Correct? What Spring container can see is only the factory method.
येस.
त्यामुळे त्याचा आर्ग्युमेंट मॅच करायला पाहिजे. Otherwise, it was getting that ambiguity. समजलं?
येस मॅम गॉट इट. थँक्यू मॅम.
Sure. Okay, guys, I think I have given you, I mean, people are saying they're ready for this. So, first question, does anyone want me to revise any of the, whatever, any of the things you have revised, or are you all okay? For example, Spring Bean life cycle, the not implicit wiring, what we covered was explicit wiring, setter based DI, constructor based DI, and factory method based DI. Are you suitably clear? Is anyone having any query, specific query? No questions? Okay, so I'm taking it as a go ahead signal. I'm not wasting time in explaining what you have already understood. So there is a very interesting point here. So I don't know whether you read. I mean, like I said, couple of people asked me questions. So for them and in general for everyone, keep this day 13.1 lab as a good reference project, because it has a complete, entity to entity relationship. So we have talked about all possible relationship under one project. So, this is one-to-many bidirectional. This is one-to-one unidirectional from address to student. And then you have a project, many-to-many between student and a project, but unidirectional. From project, you can see the student, not vice versa. So all these were entities. And then we had configured some composition, some embeddables, I wanted to say, such as hobbies, educational qualification, and Aadhaar card. Okay. So question which couple of you asked me. So one of you asked me for getting the whole object graph. Other one was for cancelling the admission. So here I'm discussing about cancelling admission issue. So will you get any problem? Will you run into any problem if you continue to use the same code which we had written for cancelling the admission? So what was the code we had written? We were taking something like course name and the student ID. You can take only student ID. And we were simply saying course.remove student. So will you face the issue? Already one of you has faced the issue, and that issue will be typically, the issue will be constraint violation exception. And root cause, it will tell you that you cannot delete the parent record before removing the child records. Understanding me so far? Yes or no? Those who saw the problem will 100% understand. I'm talking to others. Understanding or not understanding? Like I said, if you don't understand, very nice. I mean, very good. In the sense, you try it out and then you see the problem. Just run the same code. Cancel student, the one we had written, because that was never updated after we added all these child entities. Not child. Okay. Oh yeah, child entities kinds. So which are the child records? Now I'm talking in the database world. So student is a parent record, I mean parent side, and address is a child. The project is not a child record of a student. Student and parent are, student and project are both parent records, parent entities, and their child records are in the link table. Understood me or not clear? I'm asking you one by one, quickly. Each and every line I'm asking you. Are you clear? Okay. So these are the child records. But you will say, I've got other child records, children records also. Student has hobbies. She has educational qualifications, Aadhaar card. But guys, these are, what are these? These are your value types. So the moment you delete the entity, owning entity, automatically Hibernate is going to cascade delete. You don't have to say, you never say cascading. You don't have that annotation for the value type. But automatic, it is like a part of. When a human dies, will the brain, lungs, or his whatever, feet and legs and whatever, will they keep functioning or will they stop functioning? As easy as that. Of course, they will stop functioning. So you don't have to worry about deleting the value type records. Hibernate will cascade delete it. But what is it? It won't delete on cascade, or it won't delete automatically the entities. Two entities such as student and address have an independent existence. And that is why before deleting student records, in my case study, I'm not talking about your project. I don't know what your project is all about. So in our entity relationship diagram, ER diagram, you will have to delete first. What is it you'll have to delete first? You will have to delete the address associated with the student and that link in the project table. Guys, student address easy, one-to-one. Okay, so one address record, but one student could have participated in multiple projects. Means what? Let's take in numbers. Suppose one student has participated in 3 projects. How many entries will be there in that link table? 1 entry or 3 entries? Of course, 3 entries, right? So all 3 entries will have to delete. Otherwise, 100% you will get this constraint violation exception. Is the problem statement clear? If the problem statement itself is not clear, what will you solve? Nothing. Got it? So next important question is, how will you do it? So first problem is deleting the address. Second problem is deleting all the projects. Not project, sorry. What is it I'm saying? Such a horrible statement. Deleting all the links in that student project table. So think about it. Remind me at the end of the session and we'll discuss it. Or okay, let's finish it because we never, towards the end, you feel so frustrated, so tired that you are not in the mood of anything. Anyway, so tell me, help me for removing the address and removing the link in the join table. What that join table is? Project students table. Whatever the actual name, I may be wrong, but you understand this. Yes, anyone wants to tell me? Before you just like feel totally out of context, out of this, I'll show you. Day 13.1, DAO. We had it in student DAO implementation. Look for cancel admission. So this was the one. At that time itself, I had told you that since student ID, if the student ID or anything from unique is coming from this, you don't require even course title. You don't even require this, which method? This method, you can directly work with it. But since we have written it, we'll do this. We'll continue with this. So before line number 58, okay, in line number 58, what is getting marked for removal? Are you understanding me? Are you understanding the statements I'm making? I said, which entity is marked for removal in line number 58? Student. Everyone understands? Those who have forgotten it, just control click on it. And here, students.remove. So you are removing the entry from the student collection and you are delinking both sides. Okay. So of course you are right here. You are marking the student entity for removal. But guys, how can you do this? Before before deleting, before marking those children entities. So first mark child entities. For removal, I told you address and what was that? Address and that link, project student link, and then continue to deletion of a student. Understanding me? So I'll just pick up this much because If I write everything, then you don't even feel like you get a ready-made support. And once you get a ready-made solution, you lose the interest. So I never want that to happen. So I'm asking you exactly what will you add here to do two things. Address should be gone and that link should be gone. Again, I'm asking you, is the question clear? Fill in the blanks is the question. Is the question clear? Try it out. So tell me, first question is, how will you mark address? That address should go away. Yes, please. First is about the address deletion. Do it little faster, otherwise we'll not get time for spring and the CMS completion. Let me see any this. Let's see. Session.create query, JPQL address. What is that JPQL address? I need to see Kunal JPQL address to tell whether you are right or wrong. And first of all, I would have done it with a get method, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Can you show me your JPQL address, Kunal? Type it out for us. I mean, copy paste for us. Your way is correct, but I have a simpler way. But let me just see this. Yes. Oh, you are done. a.student.id. Okay. Yeah, that's also fine. But here, I would have, guys, did you read his suggestion? The address does not have a separate primary key. We are using a shared primary key. So tell me, is student ID going to be same as address ID or is it going to be different? Answer, guys, same or different? Same. So I would say, Kunal, you are making things unnecessarily difficult. If I were you, I would simply say session.delete. Oh no, just a second. Session.get, my mistake, so bad, so sad. This thing. I'm just what is it? Replacing your JPQL by get. Whatever you can do it with get, it is easier, right? So I would have written. Your solution is perfectly fine, working fine. Just I'm trying to simplify for others. Session.get. What will be the first this thing? Address.class. And then you directly get, you have a student record already, s.getID or whatever. And then you say session.delete. Of course, do the null checking and all that. Please do the null checking. Otherwise, again, you will blame me. Again, you will tell me tomorrow that I've got a null pointer. Please check null. Understood me completely, guys? Yes or no? You got it? Great. So this was an easy one. The interesting one is remove all, okay, remove all links for that particular student, for the specific student from the link table. So give me the next one and impress me. This is really nice. I mean, if you can answer this. Okay, the answer is in JPQL. You can't get it via get, session.get. You'll have to think of a JPQL. So I'm going to, okay, anyway, let me see. You understood the problem, understood the question. So address will get deleted, will get marked for deletion. And whenever you say whatever, that transaction.commit, all those entries will be gone first. Children record and then the parent record. So address is like done. Now, second thing we are talking about. This link I'm talking about, deletion. Okay, here is the, this will be last. So last, finally delete the parent record. That we have already done. So here is the clue. Tell me, can you access project details from student? It's a Boolean question, yes or no? You can't. So I'm telling you, I'm giving you clues because if you can manage it, you will feel a different kind of happiness or satisfaction. So here, when I say JPQL, you will be firing this JPQL on project entity or the student entity. P or S has to be on project. Okay. So now write something. So here, select P from whatever project P. This is the easy part. and then do something which will get the students and check the student by ID and get that list. And then you can just iterate over that and remove it. You have that method remove student and all that. Yeah, so there will be of course join. So guys, this is the end of my hint. So this you will definitely require join. You won't require join fetch this time. Ordinary join, you don't have to fetch the students. You just want to join the project with the student and make this. So you are absolutely right. There's no join fetch. Simple join. You will use inner join, of course. Complete the query, try it out, and show me tomorrow. So some more clues. So what you will get is you will get the list of projects to which student belongs. I'll say it again. You will get, once you fire this by setting the parameter of student ID, student email, something student ID is sufficient, you will get the list of projects where the student is participated in. Then you do the for each. So for example, projects means list of projects, dot for each project P dot remove student S, and your job will be done. And which S I'm talking about? You have got the student reference already at the top as the first query. So try putting things together and remind me in case I forget. This is the most advanced. Advanced in this, I won't say advanced or basic, but it is one of the interesting requirements, and you will come across tons of such requirements in your project. Okay, so are my clues clear? Is the hint clear? Do you think you will you'll try at least? Okay, give it a try, and tomorrow remind me in case you cannot manage it. The first thing in the morning is we'll complete this. Try it out, definitely. Okay, so I will just do the timing properly. So next half an hour, whatever I can complete in auto wiring, I'll complete. I'll tell you honestly, guys, our days are numbered. I mean, I cannot stretch it. And you also don't want to stretch me beyond the light because you have to learn .NET and whatever bending modules. So we have limited time together. I'm being very honest and fair. I mean, open with you. And I want to cover maximum things as usual. Maybe part of content or not part of content. I mean, okay, everything in content is compulsory, but some things which are not part, but you require them for projects. So in short, I need time. So tomorrow still being in spite of the great, our prestigious, auspicious Republic Day, still I have to call you, but for lesser time, don't worry. But then I have to compensate it somewhere. So otherwise I was not going to take auto wiring today, definitely not. But we will do something little bit of automatic wiring. So tomorrow's plan is, I hope everyone is participated, and tomorrow's plan is this thing. Please join everyone, 100% of you, or with a laptop. It is going to be a hybrid session. Tomorrow, we are going to start with annotations in Spring, and we are going to continue with Spring MVC. And hopefully, I'm being ambitious, hopefully Spring MVC and Hibernate integration. So it is a complete hands-on, very little concept, larger hands-on. So if you work along with me, I will reasonably wait. I will not say, I can't promise that I'll wait for each and everyone, but most of the time I'll wait. I would be requesting some lab faculties also to be on the call, so that sometimes people get stuck and they can share screen and we can go ahead, kinds. Okay, and then we are in like control. So I get enough time to complete whatever I want. So coming back to the point, I'm taking auto wiring for this reason. So I'll open this a half an hour only. Within half an hour, by 5:35, you give me a reminder. Wherever we are, we'll leave that. And 5:30 to 6:30, 5:35 to 6:35, I will spend with you in completion of CMS case study. Completion means, again, I can't promise, whatever. 6:30, like we'll close the day types. Okay, so please open day 14 help. If you have any better suggestion, you can always. Only thing is the emojis and all I'm not responding to. I can't. I mean, I don't have this thing. I don't have any other solution for that. Anyway, coming back. So please open wiring part, Spring wiring diagram. Which is the wiring we have done so far? Implicit or explicit? Start responding. Explicit wiring. So now we are entering auto wiring, which is called as automatic wiring, or Spring team calls it as auto magical wiring. So I already said something just before the theory session got over, but so many people disperse little early. So for them. So when you go from explicit wiring to auto wiring, which part reduces? Your choices are Java code, XML configuration, both or neither. Answer is already there. The Java code doesn't reduce a bit. That will reduce only tomorrow when I take you to annotations. Till then the same. But instead of saying no XML configuration, what I mean is reduced XML configuration. Okay, so let us go properly. You have today's sequence now with day 14 help. Open the today's sequence and come to the end of it, towards the end of it. So what we are talking about is automatic wiring, where container says, Spring container says, I'm in the business for doing things automatically. Don't give me so many instructions. I can understand. I'm intelligent enough. I, as in Spring container, is smart enough. So I don't give me so many instructions. So what are we going to do? We are going to get rid of your property tags. The moment I say property, which type of a DI are we talking about? Setter-based DI or constructor-based DI? Setter-based DI. So we will not, you will not require any setter-based DI. So that is gone. Sorry. I mean property tags in this, that is gone. Which tags we used for constructor-based dependency injection? Which tag, which XML tag we used? Constructor argument tag. So that will be gone. But is there any equivalent to factory method based DI in automatic world, in auto wiring world? Answer is no. So only learn, just spend 15-20 minutes on factory based DI, which you must have already revised. There is no equivalent in the auto wire mode, I mean automatic wiring mode. So that is, these are the two you will be looking at. So what are we going to introduce? Instead of property, instead of what? Constructor argument, you have a new attribute of the bean tag. What are the 4 values of that attribute? No auto wire. One is by name, one is by type, fourth one is constructor. So when you talk about auto wire by name, this is I like to, better is to explain with the diagram. You have the sequence also, keep the sequence in front of you. So what is common between by name and by type? Answer is both are setter based dependency injection. Means you will have to provide the setters in the bean class. How many setters? 1 per dependency. So that is what you'll have to provide. But what is it which will be reduced to 0? Property tags are gone. So now the difference. What is by name? When you say by name, container will try to match. Container will try to look for matching. So what type of matching it will try to this? The properties names. Property name derived via setter. So see the word I'm making. I said the name of the property via setter. So let me not go ahead without a statement here. Wait a second. So let me open some day 14.2, day 14. This. Okay, the first one. So I'll just open this here. What is the name of the setter we have? Set my transport. So container comes across this setter, and can you tell me how will how will Spring container derive the property name? Easy answer. Removes the prefix set. Lowercase is the first letter, and what will be the generated? Yes, exactly. Derived property name or generated derived property name is my transport. So now container checks, is there any bean in the namespace? Which namespace? That bean namespace, which we have got configuration XML file. Is there any bean having my transport as the bean ID? So there are 2 possibilities. The matching exists, matching does not exist. So tell me, if container does not find a single matching bean, will Spring container still start, or will the Spring container throw the exception? Answer is already there. Container will not throw the exception. Because what is the philosophy? Philosophy of a container is giving it a maximum try. Okay, let me say it formally. Whenever you say auto wire, these dependencies are considered as optional ones. Okay, so container says, okay, I'll still continue. I did not find any matching. But like I said earlier, the moment you start executing the business logic, withdraw method, deposit method, the dependencies have not been injected. So which exception you will get in your business logic typically? The null pointer. You got that? So that is the what do you say, summary of your auto wire by name. And if you have given the perfect matching, of course the matching setter will get called. Setter based DI will succeed and you will see the whole thing working. Yes, no exception then. So let us try this immediately with couple of instructions. So we'll continue. Okay, so I'll tell you. The first project was singleton, was done with a singleton whole life cycle, singleton eager and setter based DI. So let us make a copy of that. D14 Spring Java SC, Control C. Where I have reached 14.4. Okay, so make it as 14.5. So whenever you are revising, it becomes easier for you to revise later. I mean, I'm talking about months later. And just edit this. Oh, okay. Edit the form.xml. .5. Replace all. Close. Update the Maven project. Force update. Do it and let me know. Done. Okay. So now, don't waste time in looking at other things. It's just a copy from earlier. So just open dependent bean. And you can say Control Shift O. It will remove all the unnecessary imports. It will fix the imports. And tell me, is this setter still required or gone? Required or not required? We are going to do auto wiring by name. 100% required. So in short, any changes in the bean class, dependent bean class, none whatsoever. So leave it aside. I mean, leave it as it is. I just removed the unnecessary imports. Where are you going to see the changes? In the configuration XML file. So please open D14.5. See, I'm reading the title bar. SRC main resources bean config.xml. Are we all here? Tell me, which line is no longer required? Give me the line number, please. Which line will be gone? Line number 14. Yes, you are right. So remove this. And since now there are no child tags, now you can get rid of this. And here itself, you can close the tag. Understood what I did? I removed that child tag, the nested tag. So of course, I can close the tag right here. But if I do this here, what is the default value of auto-wire attribute? No auto wiring. That is, it is still looking for explicit wiring. So of course, now you give the value, you add the attribute auto wire. And here, don't use auto wire candidate, you use auto wire equal to default. Default is no auto wiring, and give the value as by name. Make a mental note. If you are going to forget, make a written note. Compulsory reading exercise. You are going to take your cursor, not now because it will eat up our lab session. Take the cursor over auto wire, and there is a beautiful description here for all the auto wiring modes. One is no auto wiring, that means explicit wiring. Then there is a by name, by type, and constructor. Once you read it in so much detail, you don't require anybody's help. So have you made the changes? Imagine you had 10 properties. So earlier there would have been 10 property tags. So all of that reduced to 0 and reduced by one word by name. So I have a question, quick answer, because I've got time only till 5:35. So I have to race. Okay, so the point is, if you run it as it is, what will happen? Option 1, Spring container throws exception. Option 2, null pointer exception. Option 3, none of above. I mean, the code works beautifully, perfectly. Of course, null pointer. So run this. So where is that tester? You remove that test ATM. You don't require it anymore. Oh, because we have already shifted to test string. So run that test string and tell me what you saw. Tell me what you got. Is everyone getting a null pointer? Has to be. So observe it yourself. All my beans are singleton and eager. So you know, one instance each. Even ATM bean is singleton and eager. So for singleton and eager beans, who will start the life cycle of such bean and when? Spring container right at the container start. Okay. So I'm printing out the value of the dependency in the constructor. So is this null a problem or not a problem? See, it is showing me null in the constructor. Problem or not a problem? Issue or a non-issue? Not a problem. Very right answer. Why? Because you are right. But I don't want it luck by chance. Why it is not a problem so far? Because setter-based dependencies are not available during instantiation. So far, so good. But guys, where should your warning bells start ringing? Even after init, if the dependency injection has not worked, 100% this is a concern. Are you understanding me? When will Spring Container do the setter-based dependency injection? Answer that. I want the answer as after something and before something. Exactly same I said in servlet lifecycle. Yes, please. When will? After init? Come on. Before init. After what? After the default constructor, after the constructor, and before init. The dependencies are injected in between, like your servlet config, exactly like your servlet config. So here this is a concern, and obviously you saw this. What is it? Just click on it, and you will know. So the moment I tried to call the business logic method, what is the value of my transport? Null or not null? Null, because dependency injection had failed. We never gave anything, any matching to the container, so the code breaks. Understood why there is a null pointer? So tell me, what is it container trying to match with what? What has to match with what? When you are using automatic wiring by name, tell me what has to match with what? Yes. So property name has to match with what, Mohit? You just gave me one part. Give me both the parts. This has to match with this. No, setter is a wrong answer. Yes. ID is a correct answer. So tell me, what is the name of the property in your what? In your ATM implementation bean? Or okay, I'll make the easy question. What is the name of the setter? Set my transport. So what is the derived property name? My transport. And tell me, obviously, is there any bean here by the name my transport? Answer is no. So of course, that is why it failed. So I'll give you a question. Suppose I want to inject soap layer. What I want as output as I'm informing, I means ATM is informing the bank about the transaction using soap layer. So tell me, which line will you change? I want soap to be injected. I don't want you to make the changes in Java code. Java code is beyond you, out of bounds. But you can make changes in XML. Anyone wants to tell me? Line number 9 you are saying? Line number 9 it is, yes. So tell me, what do you want to change in that line number 9? ID or a class or both? Of course, the ID. No, eager, wrong, completely wrong track. There is nothing like eager. It is already singleton and eager. You have to match what with what? Bean ID with the property name derived via setter. So here, what it should be? My transport. Am I right in the spelling? Yes. So now, be the container. Think like Spring Container. So all these three beans are singleton and eager. All bean instances created in the Java heap. Now, when the control reaches here, this is also singleton and eager. The moment container comes across by name, what it will do? It will open the dependent bean class using something called as reflection. Reflection is nothing but an introspection, inspection of Java class. Okay, it finds this setter. From the setter name, derives the property name, and then checks, is there any bean having the same ID as the my transport? What is the answer? Yes or no? Is there a match or no match? Of course, yes. And automatically, the dependency injection will take place. In short, run it again and tell me, not compiler, what is called, runtime error or the output. No exception, and it works completely fine. Check it out. So this is where your dependency beans are created. This is where your dependent bean, no problem with null, because what? The instance is, I mean, setter based DI, it is not yet constructor based DI, so this is all cool. But after that, what is happening? What will you call this line? How will you describe this? Tell me the description of it. Setter based DI. Give the complete answer. I keep telling you, setter based DI. And then after that, see that after constructor and before init, the setter based dependencies are injected. So then the init method, your dependencies all available. And then the container starts anyway, it was starting earlier. But the real question is our business logic working fine? Of course, yes, because the correct dependency has been injected. So this is what is all about setter based DI. So I'll repeat the summary statements and we'll go to by type. So this is what it is. So tell me, when you say auto-var by name, is it setter based DI or is it a constructor based DI? S or C? It's a setter based DI, right? So do you still have to write the setters one per dependency, or is that gone? Answer is continued. I mean, it's nothing gone. But do you have to still write one property tag per dependency in a bean configuration file? Answer is no. So all those property tags are gone. That is what I mean by no XML configuration. And that is replaced by one attribute, auto-var by name. So tell me, what will container try to match with what? So property setter name. From property setter name, it will derive the property name, and that property name has to match with what? The dependency bean ID. So I hope you are understanding. When we shifted from explicit wiring to implicit wiring, we are talking only about injecting the bean references. We are not talking about injecting the value. I mean, all we are talking about the references. So now there are two situations. There is a match, there is not a match. So if it is not a match, what will you get? Spring related, I mean spring container throwing exception or null pointer, as in business logic failure, null pointer. But if you do the matching, no exception and code simply worked. Are we suitably clear? Understood that? Now the next one, mark it as super important, because tomorrow when I continue to this thing, what is it called? Annotation based configuration approach, we will be using auto-varying by type the most. This auto-var by type will be replaced by annotation @auto-var. Okay, so quickly read this. I'll explain and we'll try it out. Okay, so let me start asking you questions. We're going to test everything, don't worry. So when I say auto-var is equal to by type, setter based DI or constructor based DI? Setter based. Is there an option of factory method based DI in the auto-var world? Answer is no. Okay, so it is still a setter based. Means what? In the dependent bean class, do I still have to write the setter per dependency? 100% yes. No Java code reduction. But which tags will be gone? Property tags will be gone. So till this, it is 100% same as here. But now you yourself can spot the difference. This was by name, this was by type. So in this case, what had to match with what? The property names derived via setter had to match with the dependency bean ID. Here, the name is replaced by the data type. So Spring Container tries to match the data type of the property to the data type of the dependency bean. Remember it in a simple, clear cut and the small words. Here that was earlier it was by name, matching it by property name. Here it is matching it by the data type of the property. So one part I have not written here. So let me say this verbally. If there are two possibilities, or rather three possibilities, container finds the match. Okay, I'll start with the first one. Container doesn't find the match. So that answer is same as here. So I had forgotten to write it here. So container will not throw you an exception if it doesn't find the match. Okay, I'll prove it. All three cases in a minute. So in short, will Spring Container throw the exception if it doesn't find a match? No. But will your dependency injection will succeed? No. So business logic will fail. So this part is same as here. Now, if it finds exactly one match, all is well. So your dependency injection works, things work fine. But now guys, see the difference. Here, this was all matching with a dependency bean ID. So tell me, can you write in XML file beans, multiple beans with the same ID, or is ID unique? Is the ID attribute unique or non-unique? Of course, unique. Okay, so we never had an issue of multiple matches. But here, guys, it is all gone from name to type. So you might come across, you means not you, container, Spring Container may come across multiple matches. And in case of multiple matches, it won't know which bean to inject, which dependency to inject. In short, classic case of ambiguity, and you will get an exception, no unique bean definition exception. So keep this in front of you and let's try this out. You'll see all of it. You will understand all of it in next 10 minutes. So close all of it and make a copy. Copy 14.5 into 14.6. I mean the next one. Edit all of that, names and all that, form.xml in short. Okay, replace all, close, save, and force upgrade. Waiting till you do it. Okay, done. Now, here, open the dependent bean. Okay, one thing you do. First say Control-Shift-W, close all. Otherwise, you know, you might be working in the earlier project and causes confusion. So please close all. Open ATM implementation from day 14.6. That's my project name. And will there be any change here, such as reduction of Java code? Answer is no. But the change will be there in the bean configuration file. So open that bean configuration XML file. Anyone wants to tell me what will be changed? Which line will change? In my case, line number 12, you are saying? Yes, you are right. And only one part of the word changes. So replace by name by type. That is all is the change. Okay. So simply replace by name by type. You are not allowed to run it. When I say you are not allowed to means don't spoil the fun. So anyone wants to tell me when I run this, what will happen? Your choices are first option. Spring Container throws the exception. Second option, business logic failure, something like null pointer. Third option, everything works fine. exception is a loose term. Which exception? Spring container throwing exception or a null pointer style business logic failure? Tell me that. Your answer is right. Spring container throwing the exception. So let us understand it and let's look at it. I mean, you will see it in a minute. Guys, now tell me this time. Here, what is it? It is going to match by. Is it going to match by property name or property type? Is it by name or by type? By type. Means what? Now go slow. Whether it is by name or by type, is it setter based DI or is it constructor based DI? Setter based DI. So immediately container will open the setter. And now answer my question. Is it going to match by the my transport as a property name or is it going to match by transport? That is why I gave the different names this time. Tell me, transport or my transport? You are very right. So on one hand, your container has figured it out from the setter that this is the property type I have to match. Okay, understood everyone so far? That we have to match by type, not the name. Okay, come back here and tell me, are there any beans in this namespace? In this namespace means in this configuration file, which have implemented transport, or you can say which are of the type transport. Are there or are there not? No beans have implemented transport. Come on. Don't go by the tone of the question. Any interviewer can fool you in minutes. Please do your independent thinking. Of course, test transport is a transport. What is test transport? Implementation class of a transport is a relationship. Remembering all of that, interface and an implementation class. HTTP transport is a transport and so is so. So how many options, how many choices your container will have? 3 choices. Doesn't know which one to pick up. Gets into classic ambiguity. And which is the exception your container will throw? No unique bean definition exception. Confirm. So where are we? Be careful about this because this is what you're going to use most of your Spring life. So test string. And see that everyone can see the container itself has got the exception. You will never see Spring container started. So is it a Spring container throwing exception or is it a business logic failure? Forget business logic. The container never bootstrapped. Container never booted. So always, guys, look for a root cause. And anytime you need my help, I will require the full stack trace in order to help you. So you'll have to pick it up in a file and send me the file, WhatsApp me, mail me, doesn't matter. So coming back to the point here, read it carefully. Which is the exception it is throwing at us? OSBF. OSBF means ORG Spring Framework Beans Factory, same package. No unique bean definition exception. Read further. No qualifying bean of the type. Is it saying of the name? No, it is by type. So it is saying no qualifying bean, expected a single matching bean, but how many it found? 3. Because why 3? Test transport is a transport. Your HTTP transport is a transport and so is your so. So see this, it is giving you those bean IDs and doesn't know which one to inject, cannot resolve it properly, throws you up. Throws the exception, breaks the code. Understood the problem? Are you getting the problem? The problem associated with ambiguity issue. Will you face this issue typically with auto-varying by name? Yes or no? Answer is you won't face this issue. Why you won't face this issue? Because in by name, it is all matching with the ID and IDs are unique. That's why you'll never face an issue. Getting me? Okay. So this is the problem statement, or not exactly, but this is what I wanted to show you, or this is what I meant by this line. Okay. So now here, let me ask you. It's a kind of very pathetic solution, but today for the first day it is okay. So let me give you a requirement. I want to inject HTTP transport. I want to see informing the bank via HTTP. So what is the only solution you can think of in the limited? Today is the first day in spring, first official day, formal day in spring. Yes, please. Exactly. So see, such a pathetic solution, such a horrible solution. We are giving no chances to the container for causing ambiguity. So don't supply those beans. So like one of you said, comment this, control shift / I said HTTP I want, so control shift / and run this and tell me worked or did not. Working fine. Why? Because it is a setter based dependency and we just gave him one choice to the container and container has figured it out by name or by the type of the dependency, by the data type of the dependency. And since we resolved, we gave only one choice, that is all it worked. Last question, and we'll move on to, the auto wiring by constructor and immediately to CMS. What is it I wanted to do? Just comment this also, please. Now tell me, same options I'm giving. Spring container will throw the exception, business logic failure such as null pointer, or it works fine. I think people are getting it now. Of course, null pointer. Container will again have the same philosophy. Container will try to match the data type of this property, because you said by type, to data type of beans, doesn't find a single match. Container will still continue to start. Container says, I'm not my headache, your problem. But when you call the business logic, 100% null pointer check. Are you understanding this? So only bean which got created was your ATM implementer. You can see no dependency injection because there was no match and the dependency is all null and you definitely get your classic null pointer. Making sense? Understanding things? So of course there are better, so I mean not to this, but that earlier scenario, there are better solutions than commenting the dependency. What you can do is, I'll talk an example. I mean, I'll not solve it looking at time, but I'll just talk about it. So let's keep at least one of them. Control shift /. So now there won't be an issue, things will work. So I'm saying, if you have such multiple, beans, multiple candidates, there is a better solution. Better means I won't say better or worse. There is another solution. So that another solution is, I'll just verbally tell you, anyone wants to try, definitely try. And you can always ask me that this is what I tried, but I did not get it or I got it, whatever. So listen to my statements carefully. I'm saying, suppose you uncomment all three. Which three? Test bean, HTTP, and your SOAP. All are uncommented. In the normal manner as it is, you'll definitely get the ambiguity issue. Understood me so far? You saw it just a minute ago, right? Okay. Now I'm saying the pathetic solution which I gave you was like comment. In some business scenarios, you may say that I want actually those dependencies. So what I'm saying is, just as a, in a fail-safe condition, your ATM might want to inform the underlying bank via test layer also, HTTP layer also, and a SOAP layer also. If so, you'll say, why do that? So I'm just saying, just imagine. So in that case, what is that other solution, Instead of making this as a single valued property, I mean, it is a singular transport. Can you convert it into transport array? Array is what? Multiple transport layers. Answer is yes. Or still better, can you convert it into a collection, list of transports or set of transports or rarely map of transport? Answer is yes again. And then container happily collects all those instances. I mean, all those beans, test, HTTP, and SOAP will put it in that array or a collection, and then the code will still work. So with the collection, you need some more tags. So if you are curious and if you feel like, interested, you can definitely do this. I'll tell you verbally. First step is uncomment all the beans. So how many candidates it has how many matching candidates it will find? 1 or 3? 3. You are on the correct track. And next thing is, I'm just telling you, replace this transport by a transport array. Okay. The moment you do that, of course, I mean, you'll have to make all the changes. So here, you can't write this. So use your for each. Iterate over for each and inform the bank using all the layers. Same thing here you'll have to do. And here also property type, change it from single value to array. And 100% it will work. Give it a try if you are interested. And then you can tell me tomorrow, or I can also do it in the first 5 minutes of tomorrow if you want. So this is the most often required case, auto wiring by type. But in the next days, on the oncoming days, are you going to really use so much of XML? Absolutely not. So tomorrow morning when I start with the annotations, exact what? Equivalence of automatic wiring by type is going to be at auto wired annotation. So, then you will start connecting it better. You will start understanding it better. So that was your second one. I know it is 5:39. Or okay, let's not stretch it. So this is what I wanted to show you regarding automatic wiring. Only one thing is remaining, which I'll take it tomorrow, because I will require at least 45-50 minutes to get you somewhere in that CMS. So coming back to the point, last one statement. Auto wiring by type and auto wire by constructor, not by constructor, are same. Same means they are analogous, similar. But now you yourself read it. This was based upon setter based DI. The moment there's a spelling mistake here, W is lowercase. Auto wire equal to constructor. What will you use? This thing, setter based DI or constructor based DI? Obvious question, obvious answer, constructor based DI. Okay. So here, earlier you are providing setters. Here, you will provide a parameterized constructor. So the question is giving parameterized constructor still required or is not required? 100% required. No reduction of code till we enter annotations tomorrow. But which tag will be gone? There was a property tag here. There is a constructor argument tag here. So suppose there were 10 dependencies. There would be 10 arguments to this parameterized constructors, and there would have been 10 constructor argument tags. So all those tags reduced to 0. And what will be the value of auto wire attribute? Everywhere I made a spelling mistake. W is less, small, lowercase. So here, when you say constructor, what will container try to match? Will it try to match by the name of the constructor argument or by the data type of the constructor argument? Answer is there. Answer is by the data type. So guys, it is exactly like auto wire by type. Only thing is, instead of setter based constructor, it works in a constructor based DI manner. So we'll start tomorrow's session with this and continue hereafter. So got some idea about automatic wiring in Spring. And then you definitely read whatever little I've written in the sequence. Auto wire the constructor. I've not written much because you already have so much help from Spring ID, STS. And we'll continue with it tomorrow. So can we continue with the remaining part of the case study? CMS, Content Management System. Because again, this will involve a lot of coding. So Spring did not require too much coding because it was just a foundation day kind of a thing. So now get ready. So what I did yesterday night, I guess, yeah, night, I uploaded something. So I just added, and I'll tell you. So first I have to figure it out where it is. I had given the README also, I had uploaded something late in the night. Is that this? What was this? Day 13 CMS? Wait a second, I also keep forgetting, so many projects are around. There's something I said, README and all. Yeah, this is what I said. Yeah, day 13 CMS Hibernate. So open the project, day 13. Have you this thing it downloaded, extracted and all of that? So if you open that, day 13 CMS Hibernate. Today we are not going to waste time in making copies and all that. I'll just tell you so that you will know whether it is right or wrong. So first thing is, please change your Hibernate configuration XML, change it as per your settings, username and password. I'll wait here for each and every one because I want to get it parallelly done. You just keep responding done types. I had uploaded it on your Google Drive. Here, just a second, day 13 May, in case you have not noticed. Yeah, there was a readme here, and separately day 13 CMS Hibernate zip. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Okay, so you have done it. Fine. And what is the confirmation that you are using the latest copy? I have not made major changes. Major changes I'll not do without you. But there were some, some throws SQL exception to be removed and all that. Those minor changes I did it. So please open and check it out. Pojos anyway, we had this all topic tutorial that we had finished together, if you remember yesterday. DAO layer, I have brought in the this thing also, iTutorial DAO, and I have added a new method. You remember under the admin role, administrator upon successful login can add a new tutorial. So just check whether that iTutorial DAO has this method. If that it has this method, that means you are working on a correct copy. You can say Control-Shift-O removes the imports. Finding it or not? Tell me. Shall I send you the zip file again? It is already uploaded in the Google Drive. It is already there. Either you download. Okay, let's not waste your time in discussion. I'll send you. I uploaded with a README yesterday night. Anyway, I'll give you this again. Java EE. This is our workspace. Day 13 CMS something. Yeah. Archive zip here. And let me send you. Okay, I'll send you again. It's the same as Google Drive. I mean, no change. Other than Control-Shift, just now I removed that some of the imports. No major changes. So I'll wait here for a minute. Sync up fast. So what we are going to do in next couple of minutes is complete all DAO layer, because the main job is porting your JDBC based DAO layer to Hibernate based DAO layer. That will tell me your understanding and all that. We have already managed that many to one unidirectional relationship in the Pojos. It is just a matter of finishing the DAO layer. So what I would definitely suggest is open that case study, guys, in some pent-like thing. So, you'll have it in front of you all the time. Java EE help, day 3 help, case studies. Please open this topic tutorial case study, content management system. I'm keeping it open with the pen. And what we are going to try to finish is this part. And of course, we are going to finish the DAO layer for this part also. So very few things. For example, writing this, I think we have started topics.jsp. You just have to write tutorials.jsp and whatever that tutorial details, etc. and correspondingly write the beans. I'll finish one part, you finish the other part. Can I start? Tell me whenever you are ready. I'm not making a copy. Maybe while uploading, I'll just refactor it as day 14 CMS. Let's start. Okay, great. Oh, you are saying Girish is saying 1 minute. You let us know, Girish, whenever you are done. I'll also be back just in a minute. Done? Okay, so let's continue, guys. So just take a look at it. You got tutorial DAO with add new tutorial. You must be having topic DAO, just one method, get all topics. If anything extra is required, we will add. iUser DAO, we had already finished authentication validation. And now you start looking at the implementation classes. I'm saying one by one. So user DAO IMPL, we tested it thoroughly. So this is one method, authenticate user or validate user. Done. Open topic DAO IMPL. And yesterday towards the end, we had written get all topics with a simple JPQL. If you open tutorial DAO IMPL, it is all empty, which is what we will start writing in a minute. You can say Control-Shift-O. So that will remove that unnecessary SQL exception. Okay. And the beans and all, I modified something to, to remove those throws exception. So now let us quickly sit together and finish the DAO layer completely. Port JDBC based DAO to Hibernate based DAO. So now, topic DAO is already done. Open tutorial DAO, it is here. And what I have done is all empty implementation because I wanted to do this with you. So here, tutorial DAO implementation. Open that. And the first method is get all tutorials by a topic ID. So give me a minute. I'll discuss, give you 5 minutes. You will do it. We can do it together, or you will do it and I'll do it after 2-3 minutes. But before that, I have a question to ask. Can you tell me, of course, Bean will call this method, obviously, but can you tell me which page is going to require this? Anyone wants to tell me? This we had developed in the servlet, if you remember. So anyone wants to tell me this DAO layer method, get tutorials by topic ID, which page is going to need it? Understood my question? So choices are, login.jsp, validate.jsp, topics.jsp, tutorials.jsp, tutorial details.jsp, logout.jsp, all were servlets. Now I'm just talking in this thing, show form.jsp, process form.jsp. Pick up the option. Tutorials.jsp you're saying? Okay, let me see. Yes, absolutely right. So here, you remember, user will choose a topic. So according to that radio button, we are giving a value of a topic ID. You can look up that code. And sorry, we have written it in a servlet where we have upgraded our Java Bean. So this page is going to require it. So this is the information. Now tell me, now don't think in JDBC. Just think in your Hibernate. And anyone wants to tell me. What I want is all the tutorials. Do I want all the tutorials detail or only the names of the tutorial? Tutorial names or all the details? Only the names. And what is the input is topic ID. But we have a small catch here. So I'm trying to prepare you for projects I told you. This is, okay, let me say this. From the topic, can you, access the tutorials? Is it a bidirectional relationship or is it a unidirectional relationship? Feeling too heavy? Okay, I'll go slow. I said, if the topic ID is given, you go to the topic Pojo. But fortunately, unfortunately, can you access from topic the tutorials? Is there a property here? Answer is no. So now show me your understanding. Keep that in your mind. So what will you require? Your choices are, okay, why should I give you choices? You tell me. How will you proceed? I know session factory and all that. So don't give me that. Just give me the code in the try block. I can't accept your answer. I mean, I don't know what you're saying. Can you give me more? Yeah, fine. Topic tutorial. Just now, Swapnil, I said it's not possible. I can't go from topic to tutorial. It's a unidirectional navigation from tutorial to topic. Okay, you are off track. So let me ask you. Let me bring you on track. first get the topic reference and the JPQL. Abhijit is at least saying something which I can understand. I'm saying, Abhijit, you don't require, yes, Aniket's answer is better. You can directly write a JPQL which works on the tutorial entity. So now stop talking in English. Give me the JPQL directly. Work it out. Because JPQL is the heart of this. So all you have to think of it is a which JPQL. Please be careful. You cannot fire it on the topic because topic to tutorial, no navigation, reverse navigation. Let's see whether people are saying it. Select T dot name from tutorial D exact T dot topic ID. Wrong. Yogesh, you are almost there, but not completely there. Okay, I'll tell you your problem. Where clause afterwards. T dot topic ID is wrong. Correct yourself. You're thinking in database. T dot ID, Aniket, you are wrong. It is not a tutorial ID, it is topic ID. T dot topic dot ID. Yes, Sanchamala is right. Guys, do the navigation. So I think people understand it so far. Select T dot name. Okay, from tutorial T. T is just an alias. Where? Now pause here. Where are you going to go? To your tutorial entity or topic entity? Tutorial. But from tutorial, can I go to topic? Yes. So are you going to think in the column name or are you going to think in the property name? C or P, column or property? Property. So T dot topic. Now see, there's no topic ID, Yogesh. You're almost there, but not there, guys. So this is the topic. So that gets you the topic reference. And if you say topic, you remember it is extending from base entity, and base entity has an ID property. So what will be the complete JPQL, guys? See the beautiful navigation. You don't have to worry. Let Hibernate worry. T dot, the name of the property is topic dot ID equal to colon ID. So this is more than help. Understood everyone what I'm saying? Okay, so completed fast. And then I'm going to show you something interesting, which is called as unit testing. Anyway, let me not say anything. You just finish this and then we'll proceed. Now it is a 1 minute thing. Copy that boilerplate code which must be around and finish it. I'm waiting for 3-4 minutes. Actually, okay, whatever I mean. Just let me know whenever you are done so I can also pitch in. In the meantime, I'll just keep the boilerplate code ready. It's always interesting to apply to some projects and case studies and all, not just talking about it. Should not take you so much time. Should be faster than this. I've given you the main thing, the query. Anyway, I'll not push you. You take your time. and let me know whenever you complete so that I can pitch in. Done. Very good, Akshay. Let's wait for a couple of more minutes for others also. Okay, so some of you are saying, but like I said, you continue this. I'll just write parallelly with you. Session dot create query. Two argument query. Most of your projects will have select queries. So polish that properly. I mean, practice that properly. It is a string. It's a tutorial name is a string. So of course, string dot class dot set parameter. Named parameter we typically use. I've given this ID and the value is topic ID. You know all this. And then I'm saying is that get result list, is that it? Yeah, only one parameter to be injected. Okay, that's it. I'll send you in case anyone out of you is like having a problem, you should have it. You should have the code. Understood it completely, guys? So I'm telling you, again, I'm making the statement. Whatever I'm saying is a completely your project tip, a tip for your projects. So I'm telling you from experience, instead of bidirectional, unidirectional associations are easier to configure. But if your project demands for cascading, then you can't take this shortcut. In our entire CMS case study, I did not require any cascading. So we went for many to one unidirectional. Never ever go for one to many unidirectional, causes loads of queries. Okay, so naturally as a side effect, we cannot access the topic. I mean, from topic, we cannot access the tutorials. So I had to change my thinking. I had to change my navigation. But what I can access is from tutorial, I can access the topic. So I'll simply say, what is it I wanted to lift from the database? Already somebody answered tutorials page, only the tutorial names. So why lift the data unnecessary? Your usual policy. So select t.name from tutorial t, where this is interesting. This is what I meant by simplified syntax. I don't have to worry about any joins or anything at all. So t.topic.id is given ID. And rest of the things I think everyone understands. Clear? Everyone is clear here? Nobody having any confusion, lost and all? So now let me ask you, who is going to call this Dowler method? Quick answers, please. Who's going to call this method? Everyone knows it. Quick answer. Who is going to call this method? A bean. Which Java bean? Topic bean, tutorial bean, or a user bean? Ideally speaking, I can combine all three of them and make it a packed one. But if you go for separation, tutorial bean. Okay. So now open that. And this is your tutorial bean. And here, is there any method? Have we written any method which will call this Dowler method? See, you might have completed this part, but at least we have not completed it together. Are you understanding my point? I'm trying to make a point here. Do we open the tutorial bean, and in that there's only one method, business logic method I've written, which is validating and inserting the tutorial. In short, the method doesn't exist because we never traced that customer part in JSP. That I had done it in servlet. So I don't have, for example, I don't have the tutorials.jsp, neither I have the, nor I have the method for displaying all of this in your tutorial bean. So listen to the statement carefully. If I want to check whether my method is working at all, what are the two things I'll have to develop? Quick question, quick answer. What is it I'll have to do? Just now I said what we'll have to do. We'll have to complete that tutorial bean and we'll have to write the page tutorials.jsp. Are you understanding me or not understanding my statements? In order to test this method, which we wrote just now, the two layers which I'll have to build completely are tutorials JSP. I'll have to have those navigations properly and tutorial bean. But guys, I'm a developer where I want to build it layer by layer. So enter unit testing. Okay, let me ask you a question because I have not taken that course. You have done ADS, Advanced Data Structure. Has faculty talked about unit testing, JUnit and all? Are you aware of it? Have you written any unit test cases? You're not written. Okay, fine, no problem. So now understand it. I'll take it once again in a much better detail with Spring Boot, but I just want to introduce you with the unit testing. Such things I cannot take it in the allotted time. So I mean theory time, what I meant is. So I'll repeat the requirement again. I want to do the unit by unit, and that unit is as small as one method. So I want to test this method without even writing the bean and the JSP. Is the requirement clear or confused? Am I clear? Understood that? I don't want to invest time. See guys, it is all dependent on dependency. So unless and this is tested, how can I write the bean? We were doing it earlier. Now I'll take this a chance. You remember some time ago I said I'll show you unit testing, but like time, never got time. So this is the way, this is the time I'll show you a simple how to write a unit test case. And if you know about this, whenever any technical interview happens, they give you test cases. And if and only if all the test cases pass, they will accept your solution. Otherwise, they won't even accept the solution. So let me not waste time in talking about it. Let me get you started. So collapse the folders and apply your common sense. Where do you think we should add the test case? Your choices are SRC main Java, SRC main resources, SRC test Java, SRC test resources, any of above, none of above, etc. It's such an obvious question. Of course, it's a Java unit test. I mean, JUnit is the framework, JUnit 5. So of course, we'll be writing it in SRC test Java. Okay. So currently, when I take you to Spring Boot, it gives you the basic test case, something called as health test case. Here it doesn't. So follow the instruction. I'll just do this one and hold down layer. By the way, we are going to test it, unit test it, so that when you start writing bean and a JSP, you are fully confident that my down layer is working fine. That is the concept behind unit testing. Okay, so let us follow that up. Right click on SRC test Java, say new, and can you see the option here, JUnit test case? JUnit is the most famous framework, one of the most famous frameworks in Java. JUnit testing, unit by unit testing, layer by layer testing. Found it or not? Found the option, guys? JUnit test. Right click on SRC test Java, new, and JUnit test case. So since you are doing it for the first time, let us spend a minute here. These are all the ancient, okay, earlier ones. So we want Jupyter. Jupyter is JUnit 5. So keep it as this. Give the name. So which is the layer we are testing here? So test, what was that? Tutorial down, right? So give the proper name to your test case. I mean the class containing test cases. Test tutorial DAO IMPL. So we are writing a test case for testing tutorial DAO IMPL. Superclass object. There are different things. Right now, don't worry. Right now, don't do that. So only one thing I'm asking you to add, the name of the class. So what is the naming pattern? Test followed by whichever is the class under test. So later I'll show you, you can also add that. Currently, let us keep it easy. Added this, there's nothing more. So I'm going to say finish. But when you say finish, read the pop-up. It is saying whatever are the dependencies which we have added in pom.xml, is it containing any JUnit 5 jar? No. So it is telling you it is not on the build part. Do you want to add it? Of course, yes. So say okay to that. I don't know. Is it going to download? I don't know. Like, I don't remember, frankly. So has it created a test case class? Or is it downloading something? Not showing? Oh, I never saw. Hello. If it is not showing, there's another way. Sorry, I didn't see that. I'll show you. Right click, new, and say other. And here type filter text, test. I did not see that message. Sorry. So after that, you'll see Java, JUnit, and choose JUnit test case. Are you seeing it now at least? Now got? Okay, great. So either way you'll come to this. So the package, oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. I mean, the package names also should match. The norm is, I never looked at the package name. So which is the package under which our DAO classes are there? The package name is DAO. So please refactor. Right click, refactor, rename to DAO. So it should match. The SRC main Java folder structure, package structure typically should match with the test cases. Okay, say simply continue. So now open that. Let me finish it faster. Otherwise, we'll just be in the unit testing and will never complete the test case. So tell me, guys, is it done now? Is the test case, the test class, and the one test case created for everyone? Great. Now the only one annotation. I'm going to give you some more annotations, but the most important annotation is @test. It comes with a pop-up. It is used to signal that this method is a test method. Okay, and then there are assertions and so many things. So what is it we want to test? Which layer we want to test? Everyone knows the answer. Tutorial DAO implementation. So one easy option is, which I'll show you now. Let us first give the name of the method. Guys, this is the test class, and these are the methods which are annotated with that test. They represent individual test case. Okay, so go to tutorial DAO-MPL, simply pick up the method name. I'm showing you the norms, how the testing is done. I mean, how the names are given. So here, what we do is same thing. After the word test, here, add the method name and follow the camel casing. And here there is an assertion fail because it is not yet implemented. So remove that. We want to implement the test case. I'll repeat the statement again. The norm, I've not said anything really important. All I've said is create a name of the class having the test prefix, create the name of the method again having the test prefix. So even after 10 days, you know exactly which class is under test and which method is under test. Got it so far? Keep responding. Okay. Now what is it we want to do? We want to, okay, there is something called as assertion. Anyway, I'll explain that. So now I want to call this method without the additional headache of JSP and a Java bean. So here, start answering. Is this a static method or non-static method? S or NS? Everyone knows non-static. So first I'll have to create the instance. Okay. So here, wait for Spring Boot to pitch in or Spring Framework to pitch in. This is, we are not in Spring. And thanks to that auto wiring, you can automatically wire the dependencies. Not today, maybe 2 days later. So you just create the instance all by yourself. So this test case is dependent upon DAO instance. Is this a IOC approach or is this a conventional approach? Totally conventional. Dependent class, dependent method is creating the instance. And now I just have to call the method. So which method I want to call is DAO dot, which method we wrote? Get tutorials by topic ID, right? And now please open your database. Sorry. I don't remember this topic ID. So select start from tutorials. I hope I've populated the table. Oh, this is the other database I was using for testing. Ours one is that 22. Okay, so I have got I have got some tutorials under the topic ID 4. So now guys, testing is all about asserting. Asserting means confirming whether the expected meets the actual. So listen to the question here. If I give the topic ID as 4, what is it you expect to see? I mean, if all goes well, can you tell me Can you tell me what will be the, what is the expected this thing? What is the size of the expected list? Are you understanding or have I lost you? Okay, names of the tutorials. Yes, I have a question, Yogesh. I said, what is the expected size of the list in current case? Yeah, I don't know your database, but in my case, I've got under topic 4, which is Spring Framework, I guess. You have three tutorials. So let us do the assertion. So I'll do it in 2 lines, maybe for you to understand it easily. So one thing is I'll just, assign it to some value, control 1. Assign the statement to new local variable. So you got a, like, whatever tutorials by topic, add your anything, tutorial names, for example. And there is a assert method. So these are all the, I told you long back, I don't know whether you remember, all these are the static methods of org JUnit frameworks assertion class. So there is a method called as assert equals. Assertion is confirming if the expected meets the actual. Assert is also a keyword in Java, which will throw the exception java.lang.assertion error if the expected doesn't match the actual. So let's take this assert equals. First one is expected. So what is the size of the list I'm expecting? I don't know your database. I'm expecting 3. And here the actual. How do I get the actual one? Tutorial names dot size. So we'll make the failure test case, failed test case also a little later. This is going to pass if all goes well. So the point is here, this method will throw you assertion exception if, what are the 2 arguments? Just take the cursor here. Expected meets the actual. So guys, testing is all about giving the sample data, giving the known data and checking whether a particular API is working or not. So I'm giving, I know if all goes well, the size of the list has to be 3 and this is what I'm printing. In addition to that, suppose you can always do SOP, but it is not really considered a good testing practice. But for you means in a beginner manner, it's fine. So I'm saying this. So I have created the class under test is tutorial Java MPL, created the instance, called the method, printing it for the sake of checking, and then assertion. Assertion means whether the expected meets the actual. Finish with the code. Shall I give you this? It's a 2-liner test case. It's not a complicated test case at all. It's a simplest one I can think of. Later you can write so many complicated ones, etc. Have you finished it? Can I show you how to run the test case? It's on the right click. So now select it. You can double click on it, select, right click on it. Do you see an option here, run as? Yes or no? I said double click on it to select and say right click and run as. Are you going to run on server, or are you going to run it as a JUnit test case? Of course, JUnit test case. And here, look out for this is your console and this is your JUnit console. So let's see. Something failed. Didn't pass. The test case didn't pass. Where's my console, JUnit console? Okay, so it is saying illegal argument exception, something I messed up. So double click on JUnit console, could not resolve the properties. See this, read this. I must have messed up in the query. Could not resolve the property name. Oh, anyone wants to help me? Read the error message. Why should I debug all the things? Finally, you are going to debug your case. It is telling you so clearly, guys. Okay, read it. At least I got it. I don't know what you happened. Illegal argument exception, query exception, and it is telling you so easily, so clearly. Could not resolve the property name of the pojos.tutorial. Quick response where I have messed up. Did not understand from this much of input. The JUnit console, exactly. So the name of the property is something else. And in a hurry, as usual, you know, your hurry kills you. I never cross-check. So tutorial, open the tutorial, and the name of the property is tutorial name. So of course, see, this is the help of test cases. Good that it failed. So I got a chance to show you. So where is it? Go to your tutorial now and please make a correction in the query. Understood what happened just? I don't know whether you realized. Guys, okay, let me close unnecessary windows. Outline I don't require. Spring Explorer I don't require. Open the JUnit console. This is your JUnit console. And it is telling you red bar means everyone understands that much. Test has passed or test has failed. Pass or fail. Of course, it has failed. And it tells you the reason. Illegal argument, rest of it, and caused by and all that. So now we have corrected it. Now don't do all these things. Can you go to this run option? There's a drop down list. And the top of the list is JUnit test case. Run it. So it is asking me to save and all that. And tell me, let's see. Pass or fail. Test case passed or failed. Green bar, everyone understands that. And here you can see the list of the topics. List of the tutorial names under that topic Spring Framework looks good. And here, if you see this, you can check. The moment you get this, the green bar, it means the assertion has failed or assertion has passed. Is there a java.lang.assertion error? Of course not. And the moment if you say, for example, 30, what is going to happen? Is this test case going to pass or fail? Everyone knows the answer. Of course, it is going to fail. Run as JUnit test. And it will tell you. It will tell you so clearly. Read. Keep your eyes open. It tells you assertion failed error. Expected 30 but was 3. I mean, expectation is not matching the actuals. Got an easy feel? Okay, forget easy or whatever. Got the feel of how to write in a matter of minutes the test case? And I'm telling you guys, this is the most important tip I'm giving you. Because in project, you will have controllers, you'll have service layer, you have DAO layer. And if you integrate all of it, and that too with React frontend, you'll feel totally lost, like where the problem is. So test cases is your survival. Writing unit test cases is how you survive. Okay, now a little bit, and then we'll go back on the track. As in, we will complete the DAO layer and we'll call it a day fast. But now, soon I want to add more test cases. This is the first method. Soon we are going to write so many things. So in short, we are going to write, where is my, yeah. So the convention is never add, see the name, it is a unit test case. So you tell me what you feel. Should I test all my DAO layer methods in one test case, or should I write separate test cases? The tone itself tells you. Should I mix it up? Of course not. So guys, in a minute, after we write the next method, we are going to write a test case and test it out. So here, for example makes it clearer. So what we will have is, we will write get tutorial details easiest. Okay. And we want to test it, for example. But what is the common part you will require there also? Again, that will be a non-static method, and you will have to create the DAO instance. Understood? Yes or no? Understood what I said? So is there any way to not to repeat all of it in every test case? Answer is yes. There is an annotation before all and after all. Okay. So add this. I forgot whether it is a for static method or not. I forgot totally. Anyway, we'll try. Otherwise, it will fail. Public. I think it is for static. Just give me a minute. I'm checking. It's kind of an init, or I'll say it is a setup kind of a thing. So let's see. Before all is used to signal all this. In contrast to this, are executed. All methods are executed only once for a given test case. I'm seriously forgotten whether it should be static or non-static. We'll check it. So here, just let us do the refactoring of the code. All this will become super easy. All this will reduce to 0 when we enter auto wiring. But today we are not there. So private tutorial DAO implementation. Tutorial DAO. And here but I can't create the access to this. Let me check because I'm not 100% sure. I told you already. So let's see. Otherwise, static methods cannot access the non-static members and all that, right? And here I will do it only once. And here, let's put some SOPs here in setup. And other thing which we had not done is we have not closed the session factory. In short, that connection pool and all was open. So there is a, I mean, like a init and destroy before all and after all. So here, and let me just check this. In 2 minutes, I'll confirm it with you. Only one part I'm not 100% sure, static or non-static part. And there is an opposite annotation after all. It's a unit testing annotations. And then after all the test cases have been executed, I want to perform the cleanup. This is all test case related. And what I want to do is, what we have got is Hibernate. 2 minutes only. Dot get factory dot close. Okay. So is wrong here. So let me say cleanup. So now let me run the test case once again. If it fails with a null pointer, then I'll just find out little later and tell you. Why it did not work? JUnit test cases. Got, I think it got a null pointer, I guess, is my thing, my hunch. Let me see this.
Ma'am, it is in the left, near package.
Where is that console? Can you see that J console?
Near package.
Near
package.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Okay, so it is telling us something. Must be static. I was thinking that, this method has to be static, isn't the problem. I was halfway sure, halfway unsure. Okay, let me make a correction here. Static and private. Static is fine. So then I'll have to make this, then I can make this static and this also. 2 minutes, don't write it. I'll send you this code. So I made it static. So this methods can be static and all of that. Okay, let's try running this. So just confirming here, see this in setup. So there is a before all annotation, which is obviously required over a static method. So which will get called exactly once just before any test case. So I don't have to write the DAO instance creation and all that all the time. And you remember in the cleanup, I mean, I've written use the other annotation @ after all. That annotated method will automatically get called after all the test cases are over. So let me send you this, the modified test case. Where are we? Day 13, CMS Hibernate, SRC, test, Java, DAO. Yeah, I've sent you the test tutorial DAO IMPL. And you can run this by saying this. Oh, okay, yeah, I said it 30. I was wondering why it went wrong. I said this 30 for purposefully failing the test. And you can always run it with a value 3. So you'll see a green bar passing the test. I'll wait here. This I wanted to show you long time back, never got around. So got this, just test it and give the basic assertions only I'm showing you because it's not really a part of immediate contents. You let me know whenever you're done. So remaining time we are going to spend in completing the download. Got some idea about writing the unit test cases? This is called as J unit testing or unit testing. In Spring Boot, once again, I'm going to show you unit testing. And then I'm going to show you integration testing also. That will be a huge help in project phase. Anyway, you let me know. I'll proceed then. You understood how you're going to run it? You just have to select it, right click, run as JUnit test. And if you're giving the, you check the data from the database and the test should pass. JUnit Jupyter, Omkar, take my code. You might have forgotten some annotation, add test, add before all. Anyway, Omkar, I've sent you the code. I've sent you the test case. So please confirm. Just copy it under that project because it is telling you. Done? Okay, fine. So guys, let us move on. Otherwise, we'll be just doing testing. So here, now let us write the next one. And then write a test case and test it and go to the next one. That will be the flow. So you tell me, this is the easiest, I hope, for you. Here, get tutorial details by the tutorial name. So as before, which is the page which is going to make use of it? You know the choices, login.jsp, validate.jsp, etc., etc. Which is the page which is going to require this? I hope answer is clear. Tutorial details page. User would have chosen a tutorial name which is unique, and we want to show him all the this thing. Everyone is with me? Tutorial details JSP. So again, focus on this, and anyone wants to tell me this is super easy. How do you want to do this? There's no connection with the topic, nothing. You're working on a standalone table. Yes, please. JPQL. Okay, I got it already. Yes, Yogesh, you're right. Continue. Finish it in 2 minutes. All you have is a JPQL by tutorial name and do this. You have this. Oh, you don't have this. I mean, okay, separate. Write it out. Just a simple JPQL will do the job and get single result. Tell me whenever you are done. It's looking at time already. It is stretched. So let me start writing with you. You don't have to refer to this at all. Please check the property names and all. Otherwise, like I went into a problem, you will get into a problem also. So it is a tutorial name. And write the test case also and test it. So tell me where you are. Have you finished writing the Dowler method? Tell me guys. Yes, no, maybe. Finished writing that? Good. I told you it is one of the easy one. There's nothing, there's no join, there's nothing. And writing the test case for this, again, equally easy. So, you know the pattern now. You don't have to create the Davincis. I've already taken care of in before all and after all. So initialization and destroy all done. All I called is the method. I gave it is all the known data, sample data. You know that this is the expected output. So you are testing a very basic unit, the smallest unit method of a down layer. So it is called as unit testing. And this is just for your additional confirmation. In real test cases, you never SOP. You all have assertions. So what are the two arguments here? Expected and actual. So I just went to my database and I found out what are the visits for the Spring MVC. I found it as well, and checking whether the actuals, whether the expected meets the actual. And like you saw, your green bar itself tells you that it matches. And if you open the console, this is your normal console. You can see the query fired and all of that and all these things. I mean, you can see the tutorial and all. I'll send you this test case in case you want it. So, oh, sorry. Like I said, it just needs a day. Yeah, I'm sending you this, Abhijit, in a minute. And of course, I'm showing the test case also. This is the test case. Makes your life so easy. When I say so easy, what I mean is you can do the unit by unit testing, layer by layer testing, and you can rest assured that there is nothing, there's no bug in my Java layer. So if it is not working, has to be something wrong in a JSP or Java Bean or something like controllers and service. Got a feel? And you can purposefully make the test case. You can do so many things, you know. For example, you can always say who is the author of this, for example, Rama. So I can say always assertion, assert equals Rama here and tutorial.get author. So many you can do, whatever like. Working, the test case is passing. And if you make the changes, test case should fail. That also tells you that it is not like always working or whatever. It should fail with the wrong inputs, a wrong assertion, I mean. And as you can see, assertion failed because expected 10 but was 12, etc. Getting a feel here. And I hope you are finding it extremely useful. I don't know whether you are finding it useful or not. Trust me on that. It is extremely useful writing test cases. Okay. So, sorry. What is it somebody was asking? Line number 38. Which line number 38? Assert equals this one. Just take the cursor there. Assert, oh, there's no Java doc, sorry. But at least the method pops up. Expected meeting the actual. So assert equals is the method. Import static. I told you in JUnit test cases, we use import static like anything. So from the assertion class, there are so many static methods. One of them is assert equals. So I'm just checking whether the visit count, tutorial visit count is matching with this number. That is your assertion. Understood me, Aukar? Checking whether the expected meets the actual. Not clear? You tell me, like, you understood it, fine. So this was a failed test case. I mean, it was bound to fail. It was expected to fail. Yes or no? Are we okay, guys? Others? Making sense? Okay. So now, next one. See, I can stretch it. I don't know about you. So here, update visits. There are only 2 remaining. Are you ready to stretch or do you want to continue tomorrow? You tell me. Majority, whatever says, I will go by that. Continue or stop? C or S? Continue? Okay, so we'll continue. Those who don't want to, I mean, have already dropped. So let's do this. So now I want to update the visits. Any ideas? And what is it? Okay, sorry. Where this will be required? This is also going to be required by tutorial details. When the client clicks on the particular this, we want the visit counter to be updated. Tomorrow you have a mock test. Oh, I did not see the responses. Okay, fine. I'm okay. So okay, just give me 2 minutes. Allow me 2 minutes. We'll just discuss the logic and we'll stop. So here, you tell me what are the steps you want to take here. User has given you the tutorial name, and from that you want to update the visit counter. How? It's a easy one. Think in Hibernate though. Select an update. Absolutely. Yes. So JPQL, the same thing here. You can also make a use of it, or okay, write the separate one. You get a tutorial as a persistent POJO reference and simply say visit counter visits to set visits get visits +1. So I think you can manage. And Hibernate will automatically perform dirty checking and increment fire the update query. Next one. So this is little more interesting. So here, which page is going to require it? Admin page. When the validation rules succeed, here we want to insert a record. So you have got everything from tutorial, but user means the top layer has given you topic ID. So give me the clue and we'll stop right away. I hope guys, earlier method when you said update, I hope nobody's thinking of update query and people are talking about setters. Tutorial.setVisit in the bracket tutorial.getVisit +1 is what I meant. I don't know what you meant. Okay, I hope you meant the same. Anyway, so tell me. Yes, same. Great. So now focus on this and that's it we want to do. So tell me the steps. Same you meant. So at least we are all in sync. No problem. Solve this verbally. Give me just a clue. Convince me that you can manage it. So I'll feel confident. Okay, anyway, just this. We have done this. We have done similar things. So many testers we have written for this student course kind of a thing. This is just a change of scene. Nobody? I can't buy your answer, Mohammed. Not sufficient, not clear enough. Insert into tutorials using topic IDs as vague as it gets. Give me a better answer, clearer answer. Okay, tell me in talk to me in Java code. Which API will you use? Which method will you use to insert the new tutorial quickly? Guys, I'm inserting a tutorial. Why should it take time? Session.persist. But if I say session.persist tutorial, what will you have? Your whole code will break, I hope, because you have a not null constraint. Your foreign key will be attempted null. Let me just check. Have we added that not null constraint on the foreign key? Yes, null label equal to false, and you'll have a constraint violation exception. So what is it you'll have to do? I've given you the clue. You can't directly say session.persist, link it to topic. How? That is what I've been asking. Guys, yes. So I would appreciate the answer, clear-cut answer. First, session.get. So from topic ID, get the topic. So you have got a topic reference. Okay. And then what is the method? So you don't have a topic to tutorial, but you have tutorial to topic. So simply call a setter. Tutorial dot exactly Gaurav. Set topic to whatever, persistent POJO, and then call session dot persist. 100% it will work. I hope you understood what I discussed. Try it out and complete the down layer. Now you don't have to see like confused whether it is working or not. Write the test cases and keep the entire down layer tested. Okay, so that will be all. Tomorrow we are meeting late, 9 o'clock, and I'm hoping to, okay, I'll finish it by 1:30, around 1:30. So you have rest of the day free. And something else, please log in with your computers so that I'll get the Spring MVC, or yeah, I'll get a lot of things done from you in the parallel basis. That will be all. I'll upload everything in a short while and you can just refer to it, whatever. See you tomorrow, 9 o'clock. You're most welcome, all of you.